Let us start simplification class 10 question 120. 120 is each man of a group contributes as much rupees as the number of men if the total contribution is 5184 rupees. 5184 rupees. Find out the number of men in that group. That means in such type of questions we have to take a square root of the given rupees. That means rupees 5184. That means we have to take the square root of the given number. You can say 5184. By guessing method, we have to find out the square root of this. For that, you have to make a pair from right to left, and the left will be supposed as a single group. Now you have to think about the number or digit. You have to think. After squaring, the unit must match there. That means if you take 2 here, a square of 2 may be 4, a square of 8 may be 4, 8 square 64 at unit there is 4, 2 square 4 at unit there is 4, and search a number, search a digit whose square is nearest to this one and below to this one. That means 7 square is 49, 7 may be there. Thus you got the answer, but at this time you have got 2 answers. The answer is either 72 or 78, but in fact answer will be only one, that will be 72 or 78, any one of them. For that you have to guess again. This is 70 near about, 70 square is 4900. This is 80 near about, 80 square is 6400. Now see, this 5200, you may assume 5200 is near about to this one or this one. Your number is nearest to this one. That means your answer must be 72. Match the answer, that is 72. Be noted. That means whenever in a group, listen to me, whenever in a group each person gives or contributes the amount as the number of persons there are. That means if there are X persons in that group, each has to pay rupees X, then X into X will be the deposited, contributed, collected money, that is rupees 5184. Now you have to find out the value of X, that is 72. 72 into 72 equals to 504. That means this is your answer. This is the concept of fundamental method. Okay. Now question number 121. See, 121. See, each man of a group contributes thrice rupees as the number of men if the total contribution is rupees 11163, and in this question there is a difference a bit. That means you have to divide this amount by 3 at first, then get the square root of that. That means after division of this number by 3, you get here 3 3 ja 9, 3 7 ja 3 2 1 ja 3 3 9 21, 3 7 ja 21 21. Okay, see here, you have to point out the square root of, you have to find out the square root of this. That means see here, there may be 1 square is 1, there may be 9 square is 81, 1 matches here. Again 6 square is 36, that is 2 near about 37. That means your answer is either 61 or 69. 60 square is 3600, 70 square is 4900, 3721 is nearest to this one. That's why your answer is 61. Match the answer, that is 61. Be noted. That means in such type of questions, you have to divide the amount collected, contributed by 3 or 4. Whatever the times may be there in your question, 3 times is there. That's why this amount be divided by 3. Had it been 4 times there, this amount must have been divided by 4. Why does it happen? See, if there are X persons in that group, certainly each has to pay 3x. and the collected money will be just like this, and this is just like this. Now you may see x square equals to this divided by 3, that is 3721. Now x equals to 61. Be noted. That means according to the basic method you have to take such steps, but if you go through the tricky approach, technical approach, you have to take such steps. That means the given, the collected amount, the contributed amount must be divided by thrice, fourth, twice, whatever may be, by that, and then get the square root of that through technical approach. This is called technical approach. This is your basic method. Okay. Now come to question number 121. Question number 121. Say 122 perhaps. Question 122. Say each student of a class contributes as much rupees as the number of students. Teacher gives 250 rupees and total contribution was rupees 2851. Find the number of students. See here, this question will be solved just like this. The collected money finally is 2851. In this 250 rupees had been given by the teacher. That means that amount must be subtracted and then get the square root of this. That means you have to find out the square root of see here, this is 012601, and the square root of this must be 51. 51 must be your answer. You may guess here 2601 under root you have to find out. You have to make a pair from the right side. Thereafter this will be supposed as a single group. This must be cancelled. You have to think such a digit whose square is 1 at unit place at least, and 9 square is 81. Unit matches here. That means this is 5 square 25 nearest to this one. Your answer may be 51 or 60. 51 be supposed as 50 and get the square of 50, that is 2500. This must be supposed as near about 60 and 60 square is 3600, and see 2601 is nearest to this one. That means your answer is 51. Be noted. Be noted fast. Be noted fast. Now, the next question is 123. 123. See, find the total number of digits. Find the total number of digits if obtained a square root of 13 digit perfect square number. That means there is a 13 digit square number. There is a 13 digit square number. That means the number given to you is a perfectly square number, and in that there are only 13 digits. If the square root of that number, whatever is there, okay, if the square root of that number to be pointed out here, certainly you have to count all the digits in that result. This is your question. That means your square number having 13 digits only, if you get the square root of that square number, there will be some digits in that result. That to be pointed out for such type of situations. If this is not divisible by 2, 13 can't be divided by 2, as 13 is an odd number. That's why you have to add 1 to this 13. That means 13 plus 1, then be divided by 2. You get the number of digits in the result. That means you answered here. In that result, certainly number of digits will be only 7. Match the answer, only 7. That means here you have to learn, if this is an odd number, in your perfect square number digits are odd, certainly odd plus 1 be divided by 2, this is your answer. Or if this had been even number, if this had been even, that means even be divided by 2, thus you get answer here. Note down, this is your technical approach. Since your given square number was having 13 digits, and you have to point out the square root of that perfect square number given to you. In order to having the square root of that number, the number is perfect square number and digits are there only 13. Certainly 13 can't be divided by 2, as you have to add 1 to 13. 13 plus 1 is 14, then be divided by 2, you get the answer. In answer there will be only 7 digits. Now the next question 124 is, next question 124 is, how many digits will be after having the square root of a perfect square number having 18 digits? That means here in your perfect square number given this time there are 18 digits, and you have to point out, you have to find out the square root of that perfect square number having 18 digits. Then since this is even number and thus this must be divided by 2 only, you get here 9 digits. This is your answer. Note down, answer must be 9 digits. That means if there is a perfect square number, this is a mandatory concept here. If your perfect square number be divided by some numbers in order to get the square root of that number, certainly the number of digits in that square number will be fixed if your number is perfect square number. But if the given number is not a perfect square number, certainly after getting the square root of that given number, that is not a perfect square number, you can't count the number of digits in your answer. If this is a perfect square number, only then you can count the number of digits, that will be certain, that will be fixed. But if this is not a perfect square number, in that condition, if you get the square root of that number, certainly numbers digits can't be calculated, can't be counted in the result. Okay, that means if this is even, must be divided by 2, get the answer. If this is odd, must be added by 1 first, then be divided by 2. Now the reverse question is coming before you. That means the next question is just reverse of this topic. Your question number is 125. See here. Question is now, find the total number of digits if obtained a square of 7 digits. That means a 7-digit number. A 7-digit number is here, and you have to have a square value of this. How many numbers, how many digits will be in that number? That means since there is a, firstly listen the question very carefully. There is a number having 7 digits and you have to have a square value of that number. Then you have to count all the digits present there. That means in such type of questions, 7 into 2 equals to 14 digits maybe, or 14 digits maybe, or 1 less than 14, that means 13 digits also may be. That means your answer is either 14 digits or 13 digits. Either 13 digits or 14 digits. Note down. I will show you some glimpse of such situations as well. Firstly, note down. See here. If you take example, say here. If you take one digit number and you get the square of that, that is 1. If you get, see here, if you get one digit number, 9 is a one digit number, then 9 square is 81. See here, here is only one digit, but here are 2 digits. Here is only one digit, here are 2 digits. That means if you get the square value of a number having only one digit, listen to me carefully. If you are going to have a square value of a number having only single digit, only one digit, in answer there may be either one digit or two digits. That's why in such type of questions you have to multiply this and this. 7 into 2, 40 digits, and less that by 1. That means 13 digits may also present there. Be noted. Now coming to question number 126. See. Find the total number of digits if obtained a square of 10 digit number. That means this time you have been given a number having 10 digits, and then find out the square value of find out the square of this. Okay, that means here 10 into 2, 20 digits may be there, or one less 19 digits may also be there. That means if the number given to you is a smaller type numbers, that means only 19 digits will be, and if the number be somewhat bigger, that in that time 20 digits will be there. Be noted. This is for question number 126. Now the next question will be 127. 127. See. When any fraction is multiplied by the same fraction and obtained result is divided by the reciprocal of the same fraction, then result is 216 by 343. Find out the fraction. See here, 243, 216, 343, 216, 343. See here. In such type of questions, technically what you have to do, see here, you have to get only cube root of this. That means 6 cube is 216 and 7 cube is 243. Thus you got your answer. The fraction was only 6 by 7. This is your answer. So easily you can have the answer in such type of questions. You have to have cube root of the given result. You got cube root of the given result, that is 6 by 7, and this is your fraction. The question had asked you what will be the fraction. This is your answer. But why to do this, you have to learn here. See here. Firstly, see, you suppose there is a fraction x by y. Fraction must be in the shape of x by y. In that, x is called numerator, y is called denominator. A fraction always happens in the shape of something by something. That means x by y. X is numerator, y is denominator. Okay. Question is, this fraction must be multiplied by the same. That means this be multiplied by the same. And then this result be divided by the reciprocal of this. That means here, this must be divided by the reciprocal of x by y, that is y by x. And now this is 216 by 343. Now see here, this will be just reverted. This will be just reverted. That means in that case, you are getting x by y into x by y into x by y. And this is 6 by 7, 6 by 7, 6 by 7. That means x by y equals to 6 by 7. Be noted. Be noted. The question was, a fraction is multiplied by the same fraction and then the result be divided by the reciprocal of the same fraction. Thus the result is 216 by 343. You have to point out the value of x by y, that means value of that fraction. In that case, you got the cube root of the given result, that means cube root of 216 by 343, and you got 6 by 7. That is your final answer. If you go through the basic methods, certainly you have to suppose a fraction is x by y is to be multiplied by x by y itself, and then the result be divided by the reciprocal, that means x by y, reciprocal will be y by x, be divided by y by x. Then this is like this. You got x by y whole cube equals to 216 by 343. That means x by y whole cube will be 6 by 7 whole cube. Cube will be cancelled. X by y will be 6 by 7. This is your answer. Now, question number 128. See, 128. See here. Group of some men is arranged in a hollow square. In a hollow square, there are 18 men in complete row and 3 men all around the depth. Find the total number of men. That means firstly you should grasp the sense of a hollow square and a solid square. See here. See here. This is called a hollow square. Hollow square. As the shape is in a square and there is some space left out. Thus, this shape is called a hollow square. But see here. This shape is also a square shape. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called a solid square. That means this appears in a shape of a square and there is no space left at all. That's why this is called solid square and this is called hollow square. See here. A football. This is a hollow sphere. A football is a hollow sphere. But see here. If this is like this, certainly this is a cricket ball. See, a cricket ball is a solid sphere. This is a hollow sphere, football is a hollow sphere, and a cricket ball is a solid sphere. Similarly, this is a hollow square, this is a solid square. Now the question is, some people have been arranged in a hollow square shape in complete row. There are 18 persons in a single row and in depth there are 3 persons all around. You have to find out the total number of persons. Let me make a figure for this question. See. See here. Firstly, you have to make a shape of a square. That means the length and the width must be equal. The length and the width must be equal. Here must be 90, 90, 90, 90 everywhere. This is called a shape of a square. In depth, 3 persons are all around. That means 3 lines must be drawn. 3 lines must be drawn. 3 lines must be drawn. Now, some lines, no need to count. Just in order to make you understand the question very well, I am making the figure. No need to make this figure as well. See here, this is a shape of hollow square. In complete row, there are 18 persons. If this be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this must be 18. No need to calculate here, as I have not made the same exact formula according to the question given. Just in order to make you understand, I have made one figure just like that situation. Okay, that means in complete row there are 18 persons, and from depth every side there are 3 persons. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 everywhere. Now you have to calculate the number of persons sitting there. That means persons are here, 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 everywhere at the cut points, everywhere at the cut points. These are persons sitting there. Now you have to calculate the number of total persons appearing in that sitting. For that, see here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These 3 complete lines and these 3 complete lines, that means 6 complete lines will have 6 into 18, 108 persons. 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 6 times. 108 plus, see here. If there are 18 persons in a single row, complete row, you took 3 and 3, that means 6 persons. That means 18 minus 6, there will be 12 persons. There will be 12 persons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 6 into 12, 72. Now you got the answer of your question. That means there are 180 people sitting there. Be noted first. 180 people Be noted. No need to make the figure. You have to take the help of given formula. I will give you one formula, and that formula will reply such type of questions very easily. You are solving question number 128 again through the given formula by me. That means formula will be 4d n minus d, number of persons, number of men, number of people, whatever be, in a whole square. Number of persons in a whole square. You may write down the language as well. Number of persons in a whole square. Write down number of persons in a whole square. Number of persons in a whole square is 4d n minus d. 4d n minus d, where d equals to depth, गहराई in Hindi. D equals to depth, गहराई in Hindi. N equals to number of persons. N equals to number of persons in a single row, complete row, in a single row. Now, if you remember this formula, in a whole square, the number of persons will be just equal to 4d bracket n minus d. You can have the answer like this. See here, 4 into depth is 3, n is 18, depth is 3. That means 12 into 15. You got your answer 180 without making any figure. Be noted. Be noted. Now, the next question, 129. See. Group of some men is arranged in a whole square of depth either 12 or 15 or 18. 12, 15 or 18. That means three conditions are to be maintained here. You have to make some people arrange in a hollow square shape, but the depth may be either 12 or 15 or 18, whatever be the need. Okay. That means firstly you will have to have the LCM of this. LCM of 12, 15 and 18, that is 180. Then, since the number of persons can be arranged in a whole square, be all the time a multiple of 4, as the formula was 4d bracket n minus d. That means your number must be a multiple of 4. That's why you have to multiply the LCM got by you by 4. Then this is 720. That means if only hollow square be needed, sitting must be in only hollow square. This is your final answer. But the question has told you later the same numbers can be arranged in a solid square as well. Then the least number of people will be. See here. That means we have to say the least number of persons so that those persons be arranged in a solid square as well, and also in a hollow square having depth either of 12 or 15 or 18. That means this is an answer for only hollow square. Must be the depth either 12 or 15 or 18. But you have to search the number of persons in order to make them arranged in a solid square. For that, you have to make this a square number. In last class, you have gone through this. What least number must be multiplied? What least number must be multiplied to 720 in order to make 720 a perfect square number? For that, you divide this given number by one square number. You got 144. That will divide this number by 5. 5. That means no square number can divide this 5. No, you have to multiply 720 with 5 and you get answer 3600. That means this must be multiplied by 5 and you got answer 360. That means 3600 people can be arranged in a solid square as well as in a hollow square of depth either 12 or 15 or 18. This is your final answer. In some books, see here, in some books 180 got the LCM, 180 is your LCM. In some books this is 180 and 180 is a multiple of 4 at the same time. That's why this is the hollow square number of persons in some books. Okay, and certainly 36 into 5, 185 must be multiplied. That means after multiplication of 5, in some books you may get answer 900 and that is perfectly wrong. That means in some book, if you, some books, if you see the answer of this question is 900, that is absolutely wrong, as 900 people can't be arranged in a hollow square having depth of 12 or 15 or 18. You may test there. Okay, that means your correct answer is 3600 persons can be arranged in a solid square having 60 rows and 60 columns. That means 3600, all the persons will be seated there. But if you make all the persons in a hollow square arrangement having depth 12 or 15 or 18, certainly the number of persons will be total 3600. You may test at home. Okay, just a square root had 2 sets of questions. That means one totally based upon language type and one totally based upon numerical types. From the next class only numerical part will be solved of this chapter. You may see the next question 130, 131 onwards, whatever are the questions there. Certainly there is no language at all. No language at all. Only digits and numbers are appearing there. These are called numerical part from square root and cube root, a part of simplification. But till today you have solved all the questions based upon language in a square root and cube root, a part of simplification. That means simplification has 2 parts, one based upon language and one based upon numericals. Okay, now the last part of this chapter will be remaining only numerical part from next class. Thank you.